Now, one of the most convenient ways we're going to get a natural anchor is a tree. We want the tree to be 12 inches in diameter, have a healthy root system, be a live tree. We can have a smaller diameter trunk if we need to, but we're going to need to group the trees together in that case. So for a single point, we need it to be at least 12 inches. So this is right on the edge, and our standard attachment would be a wrap 3 pull 2 using the 1-inch webbing. So you can see I put the webbing around the tree 3 times. Now I'm going to want to connect the two ends using an overhand bend or a water knot. Want to make sure we have enough tail out of that we retain our knot in good position. Then we're going to want to pull that so that the knot is right up against the tree, facing the direction of our load. And that way we're going to minimize the amount of tension that goes into that knot, maximize the strength of each of these webbings. Even with a knot, they're at least 10 kilonewtons each. At this point we could clip directly into our webbings. We'd have 4 strands coming into the focal point. Or if we wanted to have a little bit more safety and redundancy, we can take these 4 and tie an overhand knot, again focused in the direction of our load, connect that into our carabiner. Now we have 4 strands fixed and focused on our load. If one of these strands was to get broken or damaged, we still have the other one there to support us, so we have the redundancy that we need. Another good way to utilize the tree and as our anchor is to take our 1-inch nylon webbing and just start right off by joining the ends together with a water knot or a overhand bend. It's going to give us one continuous loop. Then we can take that loop and pass it around our tree. And now we've got 4 strands coming in. The knot is still involved. We can put an overhand knot right here. Connect that to our carabiner. And we now have 4 strands with at least 10 kilonewtons each coming into the anchor point. If one of them were to be damaged or broken, we would still have the other 2, so we have the redundancy in our knot and we're fixed and focused to the direction of the load. Okay, another good way that we can make a natural anchor is to find a boulder. And we want a boulder that's about the size of a Volkswagen, but if we can't find one, the bigger the better. And we're going to work with our 11mm rope. It's going to give us 20 kilonewtons per strand, and we want to get several strands in there to make it strong. So as you can see, I've put this 20mm rope around this boulder twice. Not ideal size yet. Making sure that any sharp edges are padded and that the rope is traveling free. And then all I need to do is join the 2 ends together with a bend. Any bend will work. One that's a little easier to adjust is to go with a sheet bend. You know where you want your knot to end. You can basically just put in a bite, come up through the bite and around, and it'd be good to make this a high strength bend. We're going to pull that down and dress it well, and then we want to put an overhand on the one end as a safety and an overhand on the other end as a safety. When we get to that point, we now have 4 strands coming in, joined at the bend, giving us 80 kilonewtons. We could clip into right here. If we want a little bit more safety and focus, we can pull this in, put an overhand here. With that overhand, we can connect on with the carabiner. Now what we have is 4 strands, 80 kilonewtons coming in fixed and focused. If one of these strands was to get damaged, cut, we would still have plenty of strength. Got all our edges padded, and we've got a great anchor.